Good morning. I'm going to talk to y'all for a minute about when to raise the rod. Water is warming up and fish are more active. I've had some impressive takes, and this is a time when sometimes you're stripping, and if you're not doing the right thing, maybe you're too anxious to catch that fish. You stay tight when the a big fish takes, and you'll break something. You'll break a knot. Don't usually break the knot of the fly too much, but occasionally a knot somewhere in the leader. So I try to use less knots in the leader. Starting to eliminate all the reasons why you might miss the big fish, and it's happened twice this week. A fish charging the fly. So that's what you want. You want a fish to be aggressive enough to chase that fly down. It doesn't always happen. Sometimes he's in the ambush mode. He sees the fly in a split second and he reacts and he pulls it in, and he doesn't really want to go anywhere. So that's your normal take. And you don't raise the rod. You strip set and wait for the fish to pull. But when to raise the rod, there's two times. And one of them is what happened with this redfish you just saw. Fishing EP bait fish, unweighted. I can watch it sit on the surface like a dry fly and wait for my first strip to take the slack out, and the second one to make the fly enter the water. So it's early in the morning, and I've watched a few snook videos recently, and instead of a long, slow strip, slowly speeding up is a good strip for the EP. So I'm trying to keep it on top of the turtle grass, clean from any, picking up any grass on the bottom and getting it going enough that it stays clean. It doesn't have a weed guard or anything, but it's really built well. So last week, fish charged the fly, picked the fly up, coming at me, swimming so fast I couldn't strip the line through the guides fast enough to get the belly out to set the hook, and then he spit the hook. Good fish too. So today's take, redfish, the same thing. The fish was starting non-aggressively, starting to strip slow, and I think the fish was following the fly. I could see movement on the surface. He takes the fly and he starts running at me, because next strip I don't feel anything resistance. So I figured I got a take. So I strip faster, longer, and this time I raise the rod. And usually about 80 or 90% of the time, when you think you've got to pick up and you can't seem to get tight, raising the rod at the same time will pick it up fast enough that you'll get him. This fish is aggressive. He's charged the fly. And you don't always do that, but you have to be quick and be ready and think of what's going on with the bite. The only other time is when you are trout fishing, and I'll tell you, when you're moving a little weighted fly a little bit at a time, and the trout picks it up, you feel that non-resistant, non-weight on the leader or on the tip of the rod. You know immediately to raise the rod and take the slack out, and you've got them. So there's your two tips, your one tip for this week. I'm exhibiting the new Jim Roberts shirts, Real Dreams fish prints. You can view other samples, or I'll custom make your own favorite shirt on your own color in your own size. And so those are available right now. Please like and subscribe. See you on the water.